Welcome back to Train Signal Citrix XenApp Training. You're watching Next Steps lesson. Wow, this is actually the last lesson of this course. I want to take a second here to look back on where we started together and where we're at today, because we did a lot for Encom. So when we started with Encom was a decentralized computing model company. They had file servers in every one of their locations. They had multiple locations around the world. And they're a developer, a computer software and gaming development company, which had developers in China and Australia and India, all over the place. And that source code was being spread all over. There was really no way of centralizing their efforts. And they would upload that source code, and it wasn't very secure, etc., etc. So we were tasked, you and I, of planning, implementing, configuring the best solution to centralize that effort and give remote users secure access to their development platform from anywhere in the world using any device over any network. So that's where Encom was when we started. Now, if we take a look at how far we've come and what Encom looks like today, Encom has successfully completed the deployment of Citrix XenApp 6. The project was obviously with your help, ahead of schedule, and below budget. So we earned some stripes there. I heard we got a bonus, or I heard you got a bonus. I haven't seen my check yet, but we'll see. Encom today is successfully deployed remote secure access. So we have our NetScaler deployed with the access gateway, so we're giving access to iPads and Zooms and Atrixes and all sorts of mobile devices and tablets. Users and developers are happy. They're able to access their information, their data, their source codes from anywhere. But more importantly, everything is now centralized. Users can access it from anywhere they want as long as they have a supporting device. Now, obviously, you're not going to do development work all over a tablet, but you can if you wanted to. Everything is centralized, everything is secure, and we've modified or we've customized and configured the environment for best performance across literally any type of connection. We've configured it for printing, we've published applications, we've streamed applications. We've come a very, very long way from having a decentralized model with everything installed on everyone's computer to having a centralized model with everything running on server class hardware with security, the source code is safe, and remote access in place for those users to access that information. We've come a long, long way with the implementation of XenApp 6 at Encom. Now, the road ahead, 7 steps to greatness. I want to help you, I want to channel you, I want to guide you in the right direction moving forward as to how to best take advantage of the knowledge that you have now, how to harness it to the max. For that, I want you to review the course again. Take a look at the outline. Watch any lesson that still feels fuzzy. I want to make sure that when you're out there looking for a job, or if you're a consultant going there implementing a solution or a XenApp implementation, I want to know that you guys are the cream of the crop, the best Citrix engineers and architects that there are out there. There is nobody that's going to be better than you guys when it comes to the Citrix XenApp stuff after watching and learning everything that's in this course. Now, the other thing that I want to invite you to is always jump on the forums. The Citrix forums are very active, very dynamic. There are others on the forums that post frequently. If you have issues, leverage the forums, use them, post, help your fellow colleagues. If you find that someone is having an issue that you know the answer to, make sure you jump in there and help. I found that by interacting with people, by using the forums, by using these methods that are at your disposal, you also get to learn. You learn from one another. Sometimes someone that's asking a question that might be easy or the answer is easy, you can learn from that question as well because you remember things that maybe you don't use on a regular basis and you've forgotten. So that comes out. And you could be reading another forum problem, article, whatever the case might be, and you'll learn from that. So engage. Don't isolate yourself. Always try to network and reach out and always be out there in the community. Exchange whatever you can exchange. Learn from people and also share your knowledge with people. Now, no matter how many times you watch the videos, nothing is going to beat practical hands-on experience. So if you haven't set up your home lab yet, I'm going to suggest that you watch the lab setup lesson that I have here at the beginning of the series and build your own lab. Build XenApp, play with it, master it. You should be able to do every one of the lessons that we have in this course in your home lab as well. And technology is always going to be faster. So one of the things that you need to do is keep up with the latest news. Keep up with the product evaluations. Try to get involved so you know what's coming down the pipe. What's coming? What's the future development going to look like? Stay involved so that the technology train doesn't pass you. Today, you're at the top of your game with XenApp 6. Don't just let it go and, take a look at it 2 years later and you're going to notice, oh, we're on XenApp 8 now. What happened? No. Try to stay up to date. Try to stay up to date with feature releases, with service packs. Understand what they're bringing, what new features they're bringing, what new configurations you can apply in your XenApp environment to make it better, to make it faster, etc., etc. Stay on top of that. And one of the best ways to stay on top of technology is to attend conferences, attend user groups. Those are very important. Find the Citrix user groups that are in your areas. Attend conferences, whether it's VMworld or Citrix Synergy or Microsoft TechEd or some of the regional conferences that are held. There's always talk about terminal servers and XenApp. There's going to be a session on some form of VDI. I want you guys to always be in the forefront of technology. And one of the most important things of our day and age, we are lucky. We live in the age of social media. You should be so connected that you never miss out on anything that's going on. Make sure you jump on Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter account yet, you should. And if you're not even going to use it to tweet, you don't have to tweet if you don't need to, but use it as a news feed so you know what's going on. And you should follow people like moi. I have my tag in there, so make sure you add me. But I've also given you the tags for XenApp, for Citrix. Make sure you follow that so you stay on top of those trends. It's important that you are always connected. Now, for those of you that are going to reach for the CCA exam, I know 100% that you're going to pass, but I suggest that you watch my lesson on preparing for the 1Y0-18 exam so that you know what to expect from the exam and know where to start preparing to take that exam. Now, my favorite supporting resources, we're going to start with the Citrix eDocs library. I've given you a link for it. If you want more information about particular features or anything in specific that you need, the eDocs library is a good place to start. The Citrix community blogs are great. If you need to follow up with news and what's going on and tips and how-tos and advanced configurations, etc., etc., the Citrix community blogs are a great place to start and great news source to follow. I have a standing blog on virtualization review. I post there twice a week, and more often than not, there's always Citrix-related blogs that I talk about that are, about how-tos and advanced configurations. So make sure you drop us a visit. And I also have my personal blog that is sort of like an aggregate of all of my publishing at eliaskneser.com. Now, my favorite virtualization conferences are Citrix Synergy. For the last few years, it's been in San Francisco. VMworld is also a great conference, probably one of the largest conferences out there. And I invite you to visit these conferences, even though they're not Citrix specific. But the Citrix topic is always around. Citrix is one of those technologies that's going to come up in those conferences, and the level of knowledge that you gain is well worth it. And also, Microsoft TechEd is a great conference to attend. Now, TrainSignal values your opinion. Make sure you drop us a note. Tell TrainSignal how your instructor was, how your trainer was. Don't let him get a hold of a microphone again. Or tell us what you thought of the course, where we can improve, where we were right, where we were wrong. So we want to hear from you. And I've given you all of the contact information for TrainSignal that you can find here. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. Make sure you follow us on Twitter for all the latest releases. Twitter and Facebook are important because I will constantly add lessons to my XenApp, my Zen Desktop series, any other series that I'll be participating in, and so will some of the other instructors. So we'll always be able to notify you via Facebook and Twitter and some other mechanism. So again, that's another reason why if you don't have Twitter yet, you should join, if for nothing else, for that news feed and to follow the people or the companies, organizations, and technologies that you love. And finally, I want to personally award you the certificate of Zen Master on Citrix Zen App 6. Now you'll notice that I've signed it. I'm the Grand Zen Master. But I wanted to give you this sense of completion, sense of achievement, that you have stayed the course for 27 lessons, and that this is the culmination of everything you've been watching. And while this is just a small gesture, I want you guys to feel that you've accomplished a lot, you've grown a lot professionally, and I want to congratulate you on sustaining this course, and I want to wish you the best of luck in your career.